When I buy my laundromats, I make sure they look as terrible as possible. The worse they look, the more I want it. Now most of you are probably thinking, what is wrong with this guy? Why would anyone want an ugly ran down laundromat? Before I get started, don't forget to download my free success blueprint, how to find, buy, and own a laundromat in 2023. Now I will admit this template won't be your end all be all type of guide. You're not going to get rich just by downloading this one template, but what it will do is set you on the right path and get you familiar with some of the key components to get you to making your riches through passive cash flow. You can find the link in the description below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you like these type of videos. I try to squeeze as much value and entertainment in each of my videos, so hit that like button for more. Alright, so we're going to do a little coin collection today, and by the title, you probably already know around how much I collected. So in this video, you'll get to see firsthand some of the tasks I do as a laundromat owner and exactly how much this shop brought in within around 2 to 3 days. Now I say I can tell you how much this shop brought in the past 2 to 3 days because that's more or less about how often I actually visit this shop. So over the 2.5 day period, I collected $3,275 in cash. Now join me as I tend to some business, which is more or less what you'd be doing as a laundromat owner as well. So yes, I do visit the shop a few times a week, contrary to what most of you may have thought. And as I was saying earlier, the reason why you want an ugly ran down laundromat is so that you're able to put in a little bit of that sweat equity, or in other words, value add, and typically you're able to increase your ROI and make your money back quicker. Now to preface this video, there are more or less two types of laundromat buyers out there. There's the one side of the buying spectrum where you're looking to purchase an already well-oiled machine with brand new washers, brand new dryers, brand new flooring, and already set operation. You know, not really looking to put too much renovation or touch-ups to the already existing business. And for this case, all you'd be looking to do is just purchase the business and expect your monthly cash flow and not stir up the pot too much, which could realistically bring in anywhere from maybe $500 a month to a few $1,000s a month, which is amazing, right? That's obviously great. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, who wouldn't want an extra $3,000 a month cash flow, right? Cash flow is cash flow, and we all want more of it. And so then there's the other side of the buying spectrum, where you as a buyer are looking for quite literally the opposite of what I just described earlier. A non-well-oiled machine, if you will. Older machines, broken lighting, or even no lighting. That'd be even better. Dirty floors, people sitting on the tables, dryer sheets scattered all over the floor, no rules, just absolute mayhem, right? I hope that paints a clear enough picture for you. Now, the reason why we like these value-add opportunities is because we're usually able to get these businesses at a discount compared to the nicely polished laundromat down the street. From there, we put in our TLC, tender loving care, and ramp business back up to stabilize the income. At that point, your expected break-even point has lowered, making your money back quicker and your return on capital increases overall. Now, if all that sounded like a bunch of jargon, don't worry, stick with me, we're here to get rich together. Basically, the goal is to get your crappy laundromat to end up looking like the one she told you not to worry about. We're going to get our premium laundromat, don't worry about that, but we're not trying to be the ones to pay the extra premium for it. Instead, I'm going to show you the secrets on how I was able to turn these rundown laundromats, get them at a discount, and get them each to at least $10,000 a month income in less than around 10 months. The key is to purchase the laundromat at a low basis, so that as you grow and renovate the laundromat, whether you choose to eventually sell or keep the business as long-term cash flow, your ROI can be in the 2x to 3x range as opposed to making maybe just 50% or even losing money on your exit sale. Now, like I said, the key is to purchase the laundromat at a low purchase basis, right? Like duh, obviously. Thanks for stating the obvious, genius. But it's not uncommon to see owners having paid a high price when they first buy their laundromat, and when it comes time to sell, not being able to recoup their original price or even having to sell for even 50% lower than what they originally paid for. Remember, you make your money on the buy. That's crucial, especially when it comes to business or real estate in general. You can't always bank on appreciation, whether it's expected or not. So you want to always insulate your investment as much as possible and make your money on the buy. Now, there's more than one way to evaluate a business, and especially a laundromat business. What most people are probably familiar with is real estate or house flipping when comparing the value of homes within a certain neighborhood. For example, say you want to buy a home in a particular neighborhood, and within the past 6 months, 5 identical homes within that neighborhood sold for less than, say, around $500,000. You can bet that next home that comes on the market in that same neighborhood will be in the ballpark of around $500,000, right? Not accounting for any crazy markets or any special renovations or touch-up like that. So for laundromats, it's a little different. We do look at comparable assets or quote-unquote comps to determine fair value, but ultimately we assess the business financials to determine the value of the business. Now imagine there are two laundromats, identical to one another, and they're located across the street from one another. Laundromat A makes $1,000 a month in income, and Laundromat B makes $5,000 a month in income. Laundromat B now wants to sell his shop, right? Remember, he makes $5,000 a month, and he wants to sell it so he can go buy another laundromat or whatever. He ends up selling the business for $150,000. Laundromat A sees Laundromat B selling for $150,000, and now Laundromat A thinks, oh well, Laundromat across the street sold for $150,000. My shop looks just like theirs. My shop must be worth $150,000, right? Just logically speaking. Now in this scenario, because Laundromat B probably had a few excess buyers and got a lot of interest in their space, Laundromat A will naturally get the overflow and have interested buyers at first. I mean, after all, appearance-wise, they are identical. But very quickly, they'll find out the hard way, both buyers and the seller, and see that nobody wants to pay that same $150,000 price tag for a business that only makes $1,000 a month income. Remember, Laundromat A only makes $1,000 a month income, and Laundromat B was the one that made $5,000 a month income. A buyer wouldn't want to pay that same $150,000 for a business that only makes $1,000 a month income when just a few days earlier, that same $150,000 got you around $5,000 a month in income. The purchase price must be justified by the income it produces. You can have a Ferrari exterior, but with a plastic engine. Is that car still worth a Ferrari price tag? So with that being said, we as business owners do use comps to see whether an opportunity is a good deal or not, but in a slightly different manner than home buying. Instead of comparing the build, aesthetic, and the neighborhood, when buying businesses, you're more or less comparing the income, among other factors, of course. So the key takeaways from this video is that you make your money on the buy, and the price is justified by the income. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and for all of you who stuck with me till the end, you guys will be the ones reaping the rewards and gaining knowledge on passive laundromat cash flow. Leave a comment below on what you want me to touch upon next, and stay tuned for next week's video where I think I should be going through all of my vending machine income, so that'll be a fun one for you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on all my social media to stay up to date with me. Peace!